Hi, I'm Tim Nichols. I'm Head of Environmental Health and Licensing at Brighton Hove City Council.
Thanks. And you've just given a presentation to the conference. On the back of that, could I just ask you what you think the biggest challenge has been for Brighton around the licensing and nighttime economy?
Sure. I think that applying the Licensing Act in Brighton Hove has been generally a success overall. We've seen declining public place violent crime figures. They're at a 10-year low, and we've seen declining noise complaints from licensed premises, and that's really due to effective enforcement. There's a three-way relationship that's very important. As regulators, we need to support our local businesses, and they need accurate and sensible advice and timely advice. The businesses themselves, we expect to be compliant, and our residents and the customers of the businesses expect the businesses to be compliant, and they expect to be protected. So our statement of licensing policy addresses that. We have a cumulative impact area and special stress areas that aim, amongst with other policies, to reduce public place violent crime and public nuisance. And we see that as being a real success of the licensing regime.
Thanks. And you said in your presentation that you've had some success with your work on licensing, and you're now thinking about the wider health problems, particularly with the rise in alcohol consumption, and you gave some stats for Brighton and Hove that show that you have some kind of local issues with that. What's your thinking on the alcohol agenda?
Sure. We recently did a health impact assessment of licensing in Brighton and Hove. This was commissioned by our local PCT and undertaken by consultants managed by us. What it showed was that we have declining alcohol-related offending, but unfortunately we have worsening figures for alcohol-related hospital admissions and domestic violence. And our most recent joint strategic needs assessment shows that children or young people appear to be drinking less than they were previously, but regrettably we've got worsening alcohol-related morbidity, particularly amongst men, compared to the rest of England, and increasing at a faster rate. And I think there is a real concern about alcohol pricing and how that relates to health. But that really falls outside licensing. Government has really thought about whether it wanted public health to be a licensing objective and decided against it, because it really sees drinking as a matter of personal responsibility rather than a licensing matter.
Okay, thanks Tim, and we'll stay in touch on your work with health, because that sounds something that I think will be of interest to many other areas. Thanks.
You're welcome.